Hello everyone, I'm Dad Mishima from Dad and Kids Play 1, and this is the fourth installment of Rygar for the NES. This is a walkthrough of the full game from start to finish. We're going to show you tips on how to find every item in the game and how to defeat all of the bosses. So with that being said, let's get started. With Dorago's palace out of the way, we now are back in Garba. Let's head to the stump, then use the crossbow to make it back to the other side. Continue to go down, then around the water, then to the right. We need to make our way back to the area where the Valley of Rosa Shrine is located. So yeah, we need to keep heading to the right. Continue to follow the path around the water. As I previously stated, make sure you don't walk too close to the edge of the land since a misstep is fatal. Alright, so coming up is a part where we need to use the wind pulley, and it's mandatory. Remember, before crossing over, wait until you hear the clicking sound. Once we proceed over, we're now back near the beginning of Garba. Now head north. This area has two spots where we can use the wind pulley. It doesn't really matter which one you use, but we do need to cross over the water and go to the right. We are now very close to where the Valley of Rosa Shrine is located, just a bit further up. Now this is where I use the wind pulley. As soon as you cross over, take the path to the right. We finally made it to the Valley of Rosa Shrine. So from here, we need to keep going to the right, so take the next path to continue. So, before we continue, let's take a brief rest to gain our health back. To do so, head to the north here and go through the door. So we have a total of 3,222. That's very powerful. It's no wonder why Rygar was one-shotting enemies. Alright, so let's head down and take the path to the right. We are now close to our destination. Now, let's make our way to the new Lion Shrine. Once we get there, we will be taken to an area of the game called Lapis. Now that we're in Lapis, we will be bombarded with enemies left and right. Take them out and keep heading to the right. The main key here is to keep moving. Take out enemies to only clear a path. Even though there are loads of enemies here, they are all fodder now since Rygar is very OP. Keep heading to the right and try your best not to fall for the Epicon's tactics. Now let's climb up the rope, then use the trees to head right, then go through the door. In the second part of Lapis, we're going to head to the right. We'll have a few new enemies in this level. Take out the Red Gazelle, who is no threat to your disc armor. Climb the rope and continue to the right. When we reach the end of this section, use the grappling hook, then climb up. These robots-looking beings are called Heavy Soldier Bargon. They attack Rygar with energy blasts. Simply waste them with a single strike. Now stand in front of the wooden pillar and press attack to use the crossbow. Now let's head to the next platform. Never use the jump button to grab the rope. Always walk towards the rope and Rygar will automatically use the wind pulley. Now continue to the right and we have to use our platforming ability here. From here, we have to use our grappling hook to climb down. Now use the crossbow and head to the left. Take out all enemies in your path and continue to the left. Stand in front of the stone about right here. Now use the grappling hook to climb down. Hurry down, then take out the 2 gazelles. From here, we need to go to the right. Proceed to the right and take out all enemies who attack you. Now use your grappling hook to climb down. Oops, let's try that again. So this should be the last section of the level. Let's head in the left direction and take out all enemies as we go. Be mindful and try your best not to fall. At this point, we definitely can't afford it. We are basically at the boss of this area, so hang tight, we're almost there. This boss is not hard at all. Use the attack and the cell magic if you like, but you really don't need it. Just wait for him to shoot his fireballs, then use your grappling hook to get next to him. As soon as you do, mash on the attack button like there's no tomorrow and he will be defeated in no time. When you defeat him, go through the door on the left and claim the coat of arms from the Endora god. So now with the coat of arms in hand, we are now ready for our next destination, which is the Tower of Garba. To get there, we need to make our way back to the very beginning of Garlaz and then exit to the Grand Mountains. Now it's time for more backtracking. From here, let's take the path to the left. We must continue to the left, but first, let's make a pit stop to the northern door and get our energy back. And as always, be careful of the hurricane as you proceed upwards. We're very close to the end of the game, but before we can get there, we need one more important item from the Tower of Garba. Now then, take this path at the left. At the Valley of Rosa Shrine, we're going to head down, then take the next path at the left. Now from here, you can choose to use the wind pulley or walk around. I decided on a longer path. Either way it goes, we need to get to the left side of this area, then head down. We're almost at the beginning of Garlaz. It's just a bit further. When we reach the next path, take it and go left. Here's our main destination. Head down, then enter the door to exit back to the Grand Mountains. Back in the Grand Mountains, go to the right, then climb the rope. Now make your way to the left, then use the next rope to climb up. Keep heading to the left and be prepared to jump over a gap coming up. Now climb up the next rope to continue. Up here, we need to use our grappling hook to continue. Now, you can use it a second time to reach the Endora god who will give us a life potion. Life potions can be used to instantly refill our health. You need a coat of arms in your inventory in order to obtain life potions. From here, use the grappling hook to climb down, then go to the right. Drop down near the wooden pillar, then use the crossbow to make it to the next area. keep heading to the right and be mindful of the flying epicons here. Remember, when using the wind pulley, never jump but always walk to the rope. Use the crossbow once more, then continue to the right to enter the Tower of Garba. This area is very short, but the enemies here are quite powerful. Luckily, we have an overpowered Rygar for the job. This enemy is called Kuziler and fights similar to Iruga. Avoid his fireballs and quickly take it out. Now climb up the next rope, then go to the right. Take out the next two Kuziler, then climb up the rope to continue. One down. And another. This next foe is called the Moro Bruiser, whose movements are similar to Sergilia, but it's not a match for your disc armor. Now climb up the next rope. Here is the boss of the tower. They call it Deathpigor. You have to be careful as you enter this fight. If Deathpigor catches you at any point while you're here, then it's game over. To beat him, simply go up to him and let him have it with your disc armor. Use the life potion if you must. Now with Deathpigor out of the picture, we have acquired the Pegasus flute. Now we have all the tools that are necessary to reach the end of the game. With that being said, tune in to the next episode of Rygar for the NES, where we will come face to face with the strongest enemy of them all. I'm Dad Mishima. See you next episode.